Hi everybody, Jake here. Welcome to the video, welcome to the channel if you're new. You've probably clicked on this video thinking you're going to see the Europa League final, which you are. I'll show it in some fashion, but I've already recorded, this has already happened, we're already in the next season, and then the video file corrupted for Europa League, so I'm going to show you the highlights from that match, and then to make it up for you, we're going to do the first episode of this season, as well as go through all of our transfers, so it'll be like a multi-layered thing to make up for the fact that we did lose the full footage of a Europa League final. Do stick around during the video though, I'm going to reveal something just before we do the second game, so after we've seen the highlights, after we've seen the transfer, where I'm going to reveal something that's very exciting for the series that will hopefully get you guys involved. We've done it on a previous series before and it was very successful, very fun, so yeah, we're going to look to implement that. We have had, in my opinion, a brilliant transfer window. I think everything's gone great, so yeah, we've got plenty to get into today, so we may as well get stuck into it, but before I do, just want to ask you guys to like the video if you haven't already. It really helps in determining how successful these videos are, so if you smash that like button, it will really help me out. So let's aim for 40 likes again, which you guys have been smashing each time, and that will mean a lot. Feel free to drop a comment down below about real life football, about this save, about Football Manager in general, about anything. It's always nice to chat to you guys. If you don't have anything to say to help out in the algorithm, maybe you could go down below and comment who you think is going to win. It was meant to be either Porto or Lille in the Europa League final. Obviously, I already know the answer, but I want you guys to predict who won. And finally, if you haven't already, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my uploads. The upload schedule is all over the place at the minute, so at least if you hit the notification bell, that way you won't miss any of the videos. And one final thing before we get straight into it, there is a link to a Discord in the description where I talk to you guys on a more regular basis, where we can do it without having to talk in the YouTube comments. A lot of you guys have been enjoying that. We've got 30 plus members in there now, and it's a really nice little community we're building. So if you want to join that, then the link to that is in the description. So let's get on with the video. So we're going to jump straight into the Europa League final. I'll skip me moving throughout the screens just so you can't see what happened there, and I'll maybe, if I can figure out a way to do it, cover up the scoreline so you don't see what the score is. But if not, then you'll see it in the corner. But you know, it's the highlights of the Europa League final. Let's see how it went. Okay, here we are. This is purely just going to show the goals, so I imagine it will be over very quickly. But 30 minutes in, we had this chance with Matthias Arezzo, who was up front, because Jonathan David, I think, or Akone, one of them, was missing because of international duty. I think it was Akone, because he joined up with a French under-21 team for the biggest game of our season, really, and he wasn't there. But Arezzo, who stepped up in the semi-final, stepped up yet again and got a goal to put us 1-0 in the lead after about 30 minutes. After that, we had a corner with Aaron Martin later on in the game. It was a very tense game up until that point, and Ahmed Hodzic got us a 2-0 lead. After that, we really solidified ourselves as the team in charge of the match. It looked pretty comfortable. We started making a few changes. Arezzo went through again, and with this beautiful finish, put us 3-0 up. And after this, I basically decided that he was going to be my starting striker for the coming season. I figured he's probably not just good enough now, but he's got the potential to be even better. So he is someone that we're really looking to get the best out of this season and see how well he does progress. He only cost us a few £1,000,000 and he looks like an absolute superstar. So at this point, we're 3-0 up, we're comfortably winning. I've never actually recorded like this, like after a game, and it's quite hard to do actually. Valencia played a nice pass through and Arezzo finished it off with a hat-trick in the Europa League final. I'd already decided he was going to be my striker, and that just solidified in my mind that he is probably going to be one of our best players this season, and it would be nice to see how he does perform. So there we have it, guys. Sorry about the way we had to do that. I did have the whole 15-minute video to record and it basically just got flushed down the drain because it corrupted. But hopefully we can make up for it today with everything that we're going to go through. You can also see our form here. You're not seeing the first game of the season. I can now actually tell you what you're going to see today. I couldn't spoil it because you'd know that we would have won the Europa League through this. But we are in the Euro Super Cup today, the final against Liverpool. It's Champions League winner versus Europa League winner. And hopefully we can add another trophy to our growing cabinet, as we've also picked up, I think, the equivalent of the Community Shield in France, beating PSG 2-1 at a neutral venue in, basically the Community Shield. Angel Gomez and Arezzo getting the goals for us. Angel Gomez is a player who's came off on loan, and you'll meet the new squad in a second with all the transfers that we've made. But yeah, just to let you know, Liverpool will be the game today in the Super Cup, so hopefully we can add another trophy to the collection, but I'm not really expecting to win. Of course, that Europa League win was huge. Our finances were doing well, but the board still only gave me a £10 million budget, so we had to do a lot to work out some money to bring in some new players, and I think we did a very good job of it. Our reputation has increased now. We are also seeded for the Champions League, I think. I don't know yet, but I'm hoping that we should be, because we did win the Europa League, so I think that's how it works. Because the Super Cup was coming up, I did just play the first match of the league season, and we did draw, unfortunately, but, you know, hopefully we will pick it up. We'd had a good pre-season, and I'm hoping that we'll pick up some form as we go, because we've got some fairly easy games, I'd say. I'd hope that around here we'd have majority wins by this point, end of September. Of course, PSG are going to be very hard to topple, but this season for me is all about building this new squad. It's still not finished yet. We still need to bring in some really high quality players, but I think the squad depth is a bit better now. And yeah, my hopes for this season is maybe getting to the latter stages of a Champions League. If we can make it out of the group stage, I'll be very happy with that. So that is the aim. And now let's have a look at the transfers that we did make to hopefully, I think it's an improvement, but I want you guys to let me know what you thought down below. Okay, so you're currently staring at last season's transfer screen because some transfers went through before the new season technically started, and the first one that went was Mike Mannion for £22.5 million. He was our goalkeeper. I did mention that I wasn't necessarily looking to get rid of him. I wasn't very pleased with him either. It was just like he was there, we didn't have enough money, we only had £10 million, wasn't looking to get a new goalkeeper, but then I found on a scout report a goalkeeper that was better in every single position. He was going to cost half the price of Magnan. There was interest in Magnan. It all worked out. £22 million. He has gone to Manchester City. I don't know if he's a starter for them. I'd assume not. He hasn't played a game yet, but the season hasn't really started, so who's to say. We also sold 30-year-old Benjamin Andre for around £7 million to Burnley. Yes, he's apparently worth more now that he's at Burnley, but he wasn't getting used that often for us, and I think we've brought in some good replacements. We also sold Shecker for around £6 million, I think it was. Yeah, £6 million to Feyenoord. He was again another squad depth player. There was nothing necessarily wrong with him, but we really wanted to improve our squad, so Shecker has left, and then we sold Arujo for, I think, a very good deal to Crystal Palace for £8 million. He played a couple of times for us last season, and that was it. And then we brought in some really good replacements to fill our squad out with some really top quality players. Firstly, here was the goalkeeper that we mentioned who's replaced Magnan, same age, much better, Dominik Livakovic. He came in for around £9.5 million from Dynamo. He's looked really good so far. He's the kind of keeper that I like, and I think we'll have him here for a number of years unless like a huge regen goalkeeper comes through. For now, Livakovic is going to be our number one, and so far he's been really good for us. Our biggest transfer over summer came at £22 million as we bought from AZ Tien Coopermeyers. I don't know how you pronounce his name yet, but he is going to partner Renato Sanchez in my starting 11 as the deep line playmaker. He's left-footed, he suited it perfectly. He came up and it looked like we wouldn't be able to get him because he had offers from Barcelona too, but he chose to join us. He's now valued at way higher than what we paid for him, so I'm excited to use him and hoping that he'll be a great player for us this season. The fact that so many good teams were interested in him shows that this could be a very good player for us for the future. Still only 23 years old and got plenty of room to get better. We did struggle in the centre-back market. I was looking for someone to replace Jose Font long term. Couldn't really find anyone just yet, so Font is still sticking around the squad. Benkovic comes in, not necessarily as the ideal future replacement, but I think he'll do a good job this season, and he did score in his first game for us. £15.5 million from Leicester. I think we overpaid, but we've got a decent centre-back on our hands, and yeah, he's probably the one that I'm not proudest of this summer, but hopefully he does a good job for us. He's tall, he's good at heading, he'll probably score a lot of goals from corners, and like I say, he's not going to be our starting centre-back forever, but he's someone who can come in and fill them squad depth positions that we're definitely going to need with Jose Font getting on to near his 40s now. We need someone just in case he does drop out. And finally, we spent £20 million on the French 25-year-old. I like the fact that he was French too, because I want to keep a French core in the squad if I can. We brought Olivier and Cham from Celtic. He looks like a great little centre mid. He's one basically to be squad depth alongside Coopermeyers, Sanchez and Soumare. So with Cham, that makes up our four. I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name. I'm going to have to figure it out. If anyone knows how you pronounce that, do let me know. But yeah, he's just a good all-round midfielder, better than Andre and Shecker, and I think he comes in as someone who's probably going to be around the squad for a long time to come. And finally, this wasn't a signing, but Angel Gomez, who was brought from Manchester United a few years ago by Lille, has came off of loan. He had a really good loan season out in, I think, where's that? Is that Portugal? Yeah, he was out in Portugal, and now he's came back as one of our better wingers, so I'm going to be looking to get something out of him this season, and he's done really well for us so far in the friendlies, and he scored in the PSG match, I think. And Angel Gomez will hopefully be a great player for us. He's English too, so we can probably eventually sell him on if we ever do get a big offer for him, because these English talents do usually go for quite a lot of money. So that is our squad for this season. Now let's get into the final thing before the match, which was the little surprise thing I wanted to show you guys to hopefully make up for the fact that we did unfortunately lose that footage. Okay, so the thing I wanted to show you guys is basically this. As I mentioned, I've done it in a previous series and it really helps in bringing you guys, the watchers, almost into the series yourself. Now, we've had a very good youth intake here at Lille, we have a very good youth system, and we had a golden generation, as they call it in Football Manager, with plenty of really good regen players. Now, I don't necessarily know, like if we win the Champions League in 3 years, we might never see any of these players, but I figured it's worth the opportunity anyway to offer it out to you guys. If you want to leave your name in the comments, or at least a name that you'd like to be called by, preferably nothing too rude or anything, but if you just give me your normal name, that'll probably help, and I'll just pick people at random to have their names within the game. So Marco Chevalier, I don't know how you pronounce that, will become Ben Johnson or whatever your name is, whoever's watching, just as a way to get you guys involved and as a way for me to thank you guys. I know a few Football Manager YouTubers do this kind of thing with, like, if you're a Patreon or if you are a YouTube channel member. I can't do anything like that, nor do I plan on doing anything like that right now when I'm barely putting out a video a week. So just as a way to give back to you guys, there's an option there. If you want to get involved in the comments, just feel free to put your name in. I can't guarantee that if we get like 20 comments, I can't put everyone in. But if we get like 2, then I'll just give you the best 2 players. If we get loads, and I'll just randomize it and I'll make sure that everyone is in here somehow. and we'll keep an eye on them. We'll see if any of them break into the first team, which I imagine a few of them will. We'll keep a check on them, and if any of them go on loan or anything in the transfer window, we'll mention it. And who knows, maybe if this save does take 6 years to win a Champions League, the last minute winner will be scored by this guy, Ben Johnson, whatever he's going to be called, will go score the winner, and you'll just be forever remembered in the series that way. So if you want to get involved in that, then feel free. Just something I thought I'd do to make it up to you guys for losing that footage. And with that being said, we should probably get straight into today's match as we play Liverpool in the European Super Cup. Okay guys, so here is the team that we're using today. New signing Livakovic is in goal, probably his most important match yet. If we can win a trophy here, even though it is just the Super Cup, I think it's quite a cool trophy to have won, especially considered we'll be the underdogs compared to Liverpool, who of course won the Champions League. Selic at right back, Ahmedhodzic, Benkovic and Martin. Martin, I'm hoping will have a great season for us again. Coming off an injury though, so I'm not sure he'll be fully fit for this match. Our midfield two have Sanchez and Cooper Miners. I'm really excited to see how he does get on. I'm going to have to learn how to pronounce his name. Then we've got Gomez, Yachi, David and Arezzo. David as an inside forward and Gomez as an inverted winger. We do have a Kone on the bench, Bamba on the bench, Weyer on the bench, Almada. Plenty of really good players to fill this squad up. Like, the bench is looking a lot better than it did in the previous season, so I'm excited to see how this game goes. So with that being said, let's get straight into the match. A big test for Benkovic at the back. Can we get a win? I'm not expecting it, but this will probably be the first loss of the series that we've got on record, or it could be another trophy to add to our cabinet. So let's get straight into the match and hopefully get a win. And we are off here in the game. Liverpool starting with the ball. They've got John Stones at the back apparently. Does the game look a little bit laggy there to you guys? Hopefully it doesn't. Okay, it sorted itself out now. It was just struggling at first, and Leon Bailey has scored straight away after 15 seconds. Like I said, we didn't do very well in our first match of the season in the actual French league. We drew 1-1 to Lens, I think it was. This is even worse. Liverpool 1-0 up after 10 seconds. This could be a batter, and I hope that it's just a one-off thing. But he's worked his way through very easily there. Danced past Aaron Martin, and he's made it 1-0 to Liverpool after 15 seconds. Now, Liverpool's squad was already very good. They've, of course, improved it. Looks like they've lost Salah somehow, but they've got Alaba, Stones at the back. That is a great Liverpool team there. We'll do well to get something from this match, but it looks like, based on the fact they haven't had another chance yet, it's not going to be an onslaught just yet. Maybe we just got unlucky with that first highlight, but it is Liverpool again on the ball here. Selic does head it away to Gomez. I don't know why it is looking a bit laggier than usual. Maybe I'm just seeing that. Maybe it's because my laptop's been on for a long while. I don't know. I'll check that out and make sure it's not like that for the next episode. If it is coming through, I don't know if it actually is though. Here is Alaba. Alaba takes it past Selic. Selic fouls him. Alaba goes down. It's a penalty to Liverpool. He's going to check VAR, but it won't matter. We're going to be 2-0 down here, and this looks like it's going to be our first loss on camera. So at least we've got some good transfers. We've got a good Europa League win previously, but this season it's not going to be the best. Can Livakovic though make himself a hero? Alaba is a very good penalty taker. God, I've been recording so long that my words are just not coming out of my mouth properly. Liverpool 2-0 up. Obviously, we have done pretty well recently. We have done well in the market. We've brought in some good players. We won the French Community Shield thing, but this really isn't good enough because eventually we want to be competing on a level with the likes of Liverpool for Champions League titles. These are the winners of the Champions League. This is as hard as it gets, and we have not put up a good fight so far today, but we are only 20 minutes in. Maybe we can change things up, but it looks like, if anything, Liverpool are just going to get another as Firmino breaks down from the left side. He puts a cross in, but Ahmedhodzic, who has been solid for us, has done some good defending there. We tried to break away with David, but they managed to win the ball back. There was a bit of a wasted highlight, and then Bailey plays through Firmino. Good block by our defender. Livakovic, good save from him. I thought he pushed it into his own net then, but we do make it out of that alive. And yeah, 2-0, it could have been 3-0 there very easily. Liverpool looking dominant in this match, and Virgil van Dijk going very close there with the header. 20 minutes gone. Liverpool have already had 1 XG already. They did have a penalty, I suppose, so that will affect it, but possession we're not having enough of. We really do not look good. Aaron Martin, maybe this wasn't the game to bring him back when he was half recovered from injury. He's meant to be one of our better players, so I would have hoped he'd done a lot better than this. And Mane has just made it 3-0. This is going to be a long day, guys. 26 minutes in, Mane scores. It's been Leon Bailey down that right side yet again. Managed just to square the ball to Mane, and I think even my nan would have scored that. But as much as it does say that Aaron Martin's playing bad, it could definitely be the fact that he's got Benkovic next to him. Maybe them two together don't work very well. I'm not sure. It might be something we have to look into, but a 6.1 rating for Aaron Martin so far is not good enough. We're going to berate the team, and I don't often do that. And apparently they've reacted negatively. Okay, no, they've reacted positively now. That's what we like to see. Because, if this ends up being 3-1, I'm not so bothered. But if Liverpool run this 6-0, it's worrying for what's to come, not just in this season, but for the series as a whole. Because as much as I say we are going to improve this team, I still think we've got a decent side here, and we shouldn't be losing by this much. With the majority of my players here, especially the spine, I'm not looking to remove many of them as we push for the Champions League. So yeah, 3-0 down at this point is not good enough, but who knows, maybe we can still turn it around. Great ball from Cooper Myers through to Arezzo. Arezzo scores. This is what we want to see. with the team we're using. We brought in a deep line playmaker ahead of Soumare just because we wanted someone who this season had a bit more quality, a bit more like excellence when it comes to passing. I don't know if that's the word to use, but that was an excellent pass. So there you go, left-footed, just what we wanted. Arezo's through. Arezo takes one touch, puts it past the keeper. That's more like what we're looking for. Who knows? Maybe not going to get my hopes up. I was going to say maybe we can still come back, but I really shouldn't, should I? Because I'm sure Liverpool will just come and score straight again from the centre like they did before. And it is Bailey dancing past Martin. He's making Martin look like an absolute fool. 6 average match rating for him. Now 6.1. He's doing a little bit better, I guess. It's been a tough day for him so far. Bailey again, the star of the show, crosses it in from the corner, and Virgil van Dijk makes it 4-1. Great header. Can't really stop that. But again, quality is showing here. We definitely need to improve, and we're going into half time 4-1 down, and it could be 5-1, 6-1. Who knows what the game's going to end up at this rate, because we do not look good enough. Nice that we took our one chance, but no, surely not 5-1 before half time. Good save, Livakovic. I don't know if he actually saved that. No, he didn't. Just went out of play, but Bailey is running the show for Liverpool on a 9 average match rating already. Aaron Martin with a corner just before half time though, and Benkovic, who scored in our first game, pulls a goal back 4-2. At least it's entertainment for the fans, you know, but yeah, I just don't want to be this bad defensively all season, please. If it was a Champions League tie, we'd be screwed. But 4-2, that's got to be half time now, surely. Yes, it is. Okay. I've got to say that show me something else. That wasn't good enough. I almost convinced myself that it was for a second just because we scored a late goal. But overall, we haven't been great, and Benkovic's rating has been boosted up from that header from the corner. But overall, he hasn't been great either. We could potentially still get back into this game. It just depends if we can put a leash on Leon Bailey. And here is Alexander-Arnold, plays through Wijnaldum, back to Arnold. He's going to get a cross in if Martin doesn't stop him. Arnold does, away from Benkovic, I think that was. Stones is going to put the pressure on us again, though. This isn't looking good. Just the football, the ease of which we're being beaten, and Livakovic, our new goalkeeper signing, who was meant to be the perfect goalkeeper. I mean, Magnan used to make mistakes like that too, to be honest. It's gone right through his hands. Was that Bailey again? I can't even remember now. I'm so focused on the Livakovic mistake. I think it was, wasn't it? Bailey's having a stormer out there for Liverpool, but Livakovic has got to do way better than that. Awful goalkeeping, really. 5-2. It's a tough match for us to take. Are we going to make it 5-3? It is genuinely a fun watch for the fans, I suppose. And we still look decent in attack because we're always taking our chances. And this guy is the only bright spark in this team, I'm telling you. Aaron Martin has got 2 assists today and is still on a 6.1 match rating. That's how bad he's been defensively. But Arezo is the future of this club, leading the line. He does everything we want him to do. Finds the run, finds the space, and finishes superbly. He's against a really good defence and goalkeeper here. And he's doing it at basically the highest level. Like Van Dijk, Stones and Alisson doesn't get much harder than that to score against. So the fact that he's scored 2 already, has looked a threat in the few times we've gone forward, that's the one promising thing I'm taking from this game and from like the Europa League as well. Again, the best player in them last few games when we brought him in. Didn't settle in straight away out Arezo, but after a while he's definitely become our starting striker, and he's someone I'm excited to see this season. One of the bright sparks of the team for sure. 20 minutes to go though. Can we maybe pull it back to 5-4, and then who knows what can happen there? Maybe we should make some changes. Yeah, I think that's right, assistant manager. Let's have a look at what we've got. Okay, so we've brought on Olivia and Cham in central midfield in place of Renato Sanchez. We've gone for a Kone on the right and Almada with pushing Angel Gomez onto the left because David has had a poor game. So 20 minutes to go. If we keep the scores like this, I'll be okay with it at that point. Who knows what's going to happen in the last 20 minutes. So maybe we can pull it back. Maybe we'll get beat 10-3. Who knows? So let's go and see how the last 20 minutes goes. XG wise, I think we've got a bit unlucky because Liverpool, including a penalty, are only on 2.44 XG but have scored 5 goals. So they've definitely taken their chances well. But you've seen how easily Bailey's been going around Aaron Martin. Maybe it's just because Bailey's super good. But defensively, Aaron Martin did not look ready for this game. It's going to end 5-3 by the looks of it. We're not going to see any extra goals. And I'm kind of fine with that, although please Liverpool, don't get another one. Ikone, can he do anything? Fabinho has won it off him. Ikone, oh, that was a dangerous challenge. Almada and then Cham. This is good. This is good fighting football. Can Arezo get another goal? Maybe get a hat-trick. That would be nice. But instead, it's going to be Firmino. He's tried to tuck it past Livakovic, but Livakovic saves. And overall, he's not had a bad game. It was just that one big mistake from Livakovic. And with 30 seconds remaining, I assume we're just seeing this because the whistle's about to be blown. I don't think we're about to see any actual highlight. Here is Arnold on the right. He could make me eat my words. Cooper Myers does well defensively. I don't know how good of a game he's had, but the assist was nice. That's good enough, I guess. I mean, in the league, we're not... Oh my god, it's Bailey again. Okay, it's not counting, but yeah, I was going to say, in the league, we're going to have a lot more games where we're controlling possession and he'll be a lot more useful there. And I think that's when we'll really see how well we do this season because we really burnt out in the second half of last season and I'm hoping that doesn't happen here. Although based on the way the season started for us, is it even possible to burn out if you don't start well? Who knows? We're not going to watch Liverpool lift a trophy. I don't want to sit here and watch that. So we'll go straight to the dressing room. I'm going to say that we were disappointed. And the players, it's good that the players aren't getting disheartened at that. They know that the way that they can play, they probably could have beat Liverpool on a certain day here, but that wasn't today, especially after that first half. Again, the only bright spot being a razor, we get a nice bit of money from it, which puts our finances in a very nice state, but yeah, not good at all. When will we bring it back for the next episode? I don't know. This is when we'll hopefully see some of you guys as the youth players in the youth development team, and maybe just because it's you guys, I might put a few of you on the bench or something, but I think it will have to be October. Lyon away seems like a good one. Maybe if a Champions League group has been drawn by then, I might do the first Champions League match. I think our first Champions League match could be very interesting. Of course, our first season in this series in the Champions League. I think we'll bring it back for that. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. I know it was a bit of a longer one and we did lose, so it's not always that exciting when we do lose, but you can see the progress that we're trying to build towards here. It's just not clicking right now. So if you did enjoy the video, smash the like button. Don't forget to comment down below whether it's something random, who you thought was going to win whatever game, or whether you actually want to put your name down below, your full name, so that I can use that for the youth intake players and get you guys in the game. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already and smash the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my uploads. So thank you for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.